Things connecting up. And stream start.
Some Gummytainment. I'm your host Dennis, and I'm here with my co-host today, Sky Strider Tag.
What's up, guys? Sky Strider, the Avian Gamer here. Holy
What is going
echoes!
on? Why do I hear music or something?
Sorry, that was still my stream getting started. Music still going. Oh God, I need to hold on and turn down the volume on your stream. That way, I'm not having your stream echoing back into my ears as well. There were multiple things happening at the same time here that I needed to.
Gosh.
This is what happens when you're trying to have two streamers try and do a web show together.
For everyone who doesn't know, the reason this started a little bit later is Sky had some technical difficulties. So it's just funny that we made sure those were okay. Then we start. There they are again, just slapping you right in the face.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
No, it wasn't technical issues as much as just as I literally, like, as soon as, like, you were doing that, I had to unmute myself on Discord, make sure my stream was set back to browser gaming, which I should change that to something else because right now I literally have it just showing your stream right now without like
Oh,
the
jeez. That's a
audio.
shame. Yeah, if they see my face, you're gonna get a lot of people unsubscribing.
Oh,
You just get like all these dislikes and like your numbers just like drop like a plummet. It's like
what numbers? I have no numbers.
You have some numbers. I was looking.
I mean, okay, yeah.
But
I have.
well,
some
I mean
numbers.
subscribers. I don't. Yeah. But hello, strange ass. Welcome. I did see Peter said hello, and some other people are just lurking a little bit, so that's fine. But to the lurkers, I just want to let you know.
I can sense your presence.
Okay. So, well, let's kind of get situated for a minute here, and then we will see how everyone's doing, and then we will see what topics we have today. And just so, people who don't know, because there were some new people, topic talk. Number one, you can't buy anything with gummies, so don't bother doing that, because it's just not the way it's designed. And number two, wait, what was the one to donate?
Oh, that's one of the guys who I had you play your level. I'm
wait, does Peter know you?
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen his name on my stream too.
Oh,
Peter, have you ever been on one of my streams too? Your name looks familiar. Maybe it's not, but it looks familiar. Well, all right, awesome. That's really, really cool. Nice. Yeah, Sky Strider is a really, really awesome. So not only, oh wait, hold on. So if you guys don't know who he is, he's first of all, the most important thing I guess on this channel that you guys need to know is he is one of my awesome Patreons. He's one of my Patreon supporters. So that gave him earlier privileges on the earlier episodes of Topic Talk. But not only that, he's also someone that I've known for quite a while. So there's two things for him. But he's pretty awesome. He's a great person to talk to and have conversations with, as you will soon find out.
And I mean, mini topic before we begin here. How long have we been trying to do like a video or stream together? I mean, if you think back to your previous one of your previous channels, you had promised me a collab.
Yeah,
so
things happened. A lot of things happened.
Oh yes, lots of things on both sides. Not just you, but with me as well.
Both had a lot of personal stuff. We had a lot of just everything compiled up. But we're finally here, and this is really exciting. It's going to be different. We don't know what the topics are. If you guys don't know what this is, we're going to pick 3 topics in a minute. They're completely random. I mean, I came up with random ideas, but we don't know which ones are going to be chosen for this. I have this wheel decider thing that I'm using. It's a free website that you can use. It's going to spin, pick 3, and then we will have 5 minutes to talk about each one. Once the timer's up, which I can hear and he can't hear live, I will freak out because it's loud, and we will have to stop right there. It's just boom, no matter where we are in our conversation.
That's something fun to look forward to. Just Dennis randomly going or something like that.
Yeah. Pretty much everyone is like they because you guys can hear the timer, but you'll hear me freak out, so you'll know when the timer's up. So yeah, it's pretty loud.
Quick FYI to people.
Also, I could turn my volume down, but who wants to do that's not fun. Okay, anyways, go ahead.
Just quick thing to people on my stream. Unfortunately, YouTube chat's having issues that I can't have it on the current overlay I use. So right now, all I have is Mixer chat up. So if you guys want to chat with me during this or have me see stuff, Mixer, go to my Mixer channel.
Yeah, but he still loves YouTube. He doesn't hate it. It's just he doesn't have it. It wasn't anything that was to do with him. I was there when it was happening, so it's not his fault.
Yeah, it's more related to the thing I use that for my stream overlay that YouTube is doing some nasty little restrictions and stuff that it makes it difficult to have a YouTube chat.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. Oh, hi, Taco Time. I do see you, by the way, in the chat. I didn't want to interrupt Sky, though, but I do see you here. You always make me want to eat a burrito or a taco whenever I see your name.
1,000 gummies, not bad.
Oh, Deez is here, too. So, awesome. Well,
Deez
are you ready to pick the topics? Are you ready to pick the topics and see what happens?
Let's go for it.
All right, so we're gonna pick them first, and then know what they are, and we're gonna pick all 3 first. Then we'll get into it because it's just gonna be boom, 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 boom. Okay, great. All right, so here is the wonderful spinner. If you guys can read all the topics on there, wow, you're talented. You're more talented than you know, and it's not spinning. Well, that's fun. Hey, more technical difficulties. There we go. It didn't click on it when I went to it, so it's spinning. It's still spinning, Sky. Oh, wait.
I mean, I have your stream up.
Wonderful. The first one is sad things. What? Why? Oh, well, that's just wonderful.
Well, thank you for the follow, Peter. I appreciate it.
Oh, nice, awesome.
I almost forgot I had that like on my thing where I have the little alerts when stuff happens. I almost completely forgot about that. I'm like, what the heck is that sound? I'm like, oh wait, that's someone subscribed or followed.
Oh my gosh.
It's really been a while.
Small. You guys will see the stuff and I'll show you them. I didn't want it too big either because I had to fit everything. The next one is video. Oh God. Video games that make you rage.
Ooh, oh yeah.
Okay. Wow, this is gonna be very interesting. And the last one, let's see, let's spin it and see what happens. Oh, I'm gonna click it multiple times. Oh, it's gonna be random now. Let's see. I don't know if that actually makes a difference. It's just gonna spin forever. It's never gonna stop.
Infinity spinner.
Oh my gosh. Things you like about Gummytainment. I don't know why that one is just extremely small. What? Why are all? Oh, wait, hold on. The first ones were like big letters. This one, which is things you like, is small. Why? That's so messed up.
Apparently, the things we like about Gummytainment must be pretty small then.
There's not much apparently. All right, rip Gummytainment. Wow. All right, goodbye, everybody. Thanks for watching the stream. I retire.
Oh,
Laura's here, and he's laughing. He can't wait to see what we talk about video games that make you rage.
I think Laura and the rest of us already know what games that make you rage, Gummy.
I was just going to say, I'm pretty sure out of yesterday's stream, a lot of people know one of those games. Pretty sure. Pretty sure they know. That also was a spoiler, but still, whatever. Wait, how do we know it's things that you like while we can't see it? What? These are things you like about the channel. It's not things that I like in life. It's things that you like about the channel. So, yeah. Stranger Dash, are you trying to make us all cry? Oh my gosh, sad things. Losing his PC, breaking his fingers, and going to school.
Wow.
All of those things. Yeah. He lost his PC. He did break two of his fingers.
Jeez, man.
I mean, going to school. Let's just not go there. But yeah.
Oh, you only have to go to school for 12 years of your life, stranger. Take it from the old farts like me and Dennis.
I was just going to say, yeah, we're done with school, so we know. It's bad now, but you'll get through it. It'll be done. And there are some things I don't know if you'll agree with this guy, but there are some things you do use in school. I'm not going to say everything, but I will say there are some things, and you never know what facts or skills you'll need to know. And so,
well, and on that note as well, like, looking back, you definitely like look at those years too a lot more fondly. It's like you hate school when you're in it, but then when you're older like us, you look back at those years very fondly. I had my 10-year my 10-year anniversary. What do they call it? The class reunion.
Oh, reunion. Yeah.
Like last year or something. Last year I had it, and oh my gosh, running into a lot of those people 10 years later.
Yep.
Wow, how much things have changed. And have you done your 10-year yet? 10-year?
No, but I've seen some of them on Facebook, and that was even weird because like you can see like same thing, like how they changed and stuff, and that's always really strange to me. I even 2 years ago I saw two of the kids that I used to babysit them when they were a lot older. And it was so weird because that was my first ever job I had when I was 16. I babysat these two kids, and seeing them when they're like, in high school, it was like, what the heck? They're so old. So yeah, that was really, really strange.
Oh yeah,
So,
one of my brother's best friends. I can't believe that his daughter's already now turning 3 years old. It's like
yeah, it's strange.
it's like I've been around. They've been friends for like 12 plus years, but it's like I've been around since his daughter was born. It's like to see her being bigger and growing. It's like
Yep.
holy crap, how
Yeah,
the years
it is really,
flied.
really weird. Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, anyways, let's get to our actual topics. And are you ready for me to start the timer for sad things? All right, wait, hold before we do this one, because this is one of those more serious sad ones. Please get the tissues. If you have any tissues or napkins, get them ready. This is probably the only one you'll need them for. Okay, you've had your time. Here we go. Thank you, John C. Appreciate that, bruh. You're always so nice to me.
What's that background though?
Oh, well, it's let's see. The background is actually called Fiery Light Background Set. BJXIKX-WB. That's literally what the file is called. I actually got it from, I have a service that I pay for every year that I get a bunch of different templates and backgrounds and all different kinds of really cool stuff that I can use to make the channel just better, pretty much. So
I'm a little bit surprised. I'm a little surprised you didn't say, "Oh, you have like 20 little TVs behind you, like 17 inchers, and that's how you have that background."
Well, I mean, I recorded that in my big mansion in my professional set. Oh, my God, that's not good. Yeah, no, it's actually when we get to the second subject about me raging, this is what my soul looks like when that happens. Just exploding like everywhere, fire everywhere. That's exactly what my soul looks like. There you go. Now you guys know.
All right. Well, did you start
like the magic school bus when you go inside someone, you see this when
Oh God.
Okay.
I think
I'm done with that.
you might have some frames dropping.
What? It's
Oh no.
It's not showing anything for me, bro.
Oh, never mind. It could just be my internet then.
We'll just go with that. No offense. I was just gonna read a comment. No. Okay. Am I able to afford Splatoon 2 yet? I don't have a job. I don't have any money, and I'm not big on YouTube. No, I can't afford it yet. No, but I hope to be able to afford it. Hopefully in near future. It's driving me absolutely nuts that I don't have that game because it would be so awesome and fun to play. Spooky Bloke. It's not TVs, it's windows. The sun is behind him. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is actually the sun in space. This is exactly what. Yep, that's where I am. How'd you guys know I'm streaming from space? Satellites, the perfect reception.
Yeah, and
right, anyway.
And behind him is totally like a supernova going on.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, anyways, the first subject is sad things. And we're going to start the timer in 3, 2, 1, go. So, what are some sad things you want us to talk about?
I mean, there's so many things. It's like, it depends on how much of our lives, there's things about our lives we could talk about, our channels.
I mean, I'll leave it a little bit up to you because I know certain things you may or may not want to say. So with the personal stuff, I mean, some stuff I'm sure you'll say, but like with the personal stuff, that's a little more difficult. So I don't know if we should go with that, but not watching Gummytainment, that is really sad. Not watching my channel every single time. That's really, really sad. No.
Well, sad things, definitely one of them I'd say getting old. I'm getting to I'm definitely starting to feel those little things that, it's like, okay, yep, you are definitely getting old. Like those little bits. It's not like anything too horrible, but it's like
Mhm.
you get those little bits of like in your leg or like your other parts of your body. It's like, oh God, wow. Or like you can't
Also
stay up.
say,
And you can't stay
oh,
up as late as you used to
yep,
be able to. You don't have
yeah,
as much energy.
yep. Question. I know this is with me. When I was younger, I feel like I could eat candy and then I'd be fine. But now, if I eat, I mean, I can eat a little bit of candy, but if I eat like a lot of candy, which, of course, as you know, I did the gummy bears thing recently, it really is not good. So, is that the same for you too?
No, I mean, I don't eat too much candy in general, but
But
like,
like, can you eat less now than when you were little?
no,
Or you have no
if
idea?
normal food, I can eat just about as much. It's just I'm definitely a lot more conscious of the fact that I don't want to eat as
Oh, well, yeah,
much.
that too.
I mean,
Yeah, that too.
instead of growing vertically, I'm growing a little more horizontally, if you get what I'm saying.
Yep, me too. Yeah, I was actually really skinny when I was little, and then eventually it hit a certain point of my age, and then just this belly formed, and it's really weird because it's just what happens. So yeah, um,
But definitely one thing I've started to notice is I've actually started developing need for really having coffee a lot more often than I used to. Like I rarely.
I Sorry, I still only have one a day. I still only have one coffee a day in the morning. I've had some days where I've had more. There's been one or two streams that I had it before, but like generally it's just one in the morning. I don't know what, not 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my god.
One cup of coffee in the morning when I wake up. That's it. I don't know why. I've always been that way, and it's just it's that's all I need. I'm just naturally energized.
Oh,
I also
you heard it here, folks. When Gummy posts an all-nighter, it's because he's drinking coffee at 1 in the morning.
Yeah, that was a bad choice. We have some stuff in the chat too. Sad things, losing a friend. That is really sad.
So one thing that comes into mind, kind of going back to the school subject, was shortly after graduation, I actually found out one of my friends had committed suicide.
Yeah, that is really legit sad. That's tough. That's one of those things that like it's so complicated and it's so like intense. And I will say one thing really quick. I don't want to like have this when the buzzer goes off, but it's really important. I've never really talked about this, but I did a few months back. I did have a really intense moment where someone basically was talking to me and seemed like they were going to commit suicide, and pretty much the message that they sent me seemed like their final message. So
Oh my
I don't want
god.
to say obviously who it is, but I ended up all well, I tried to call the hotline first, but they wanted to talk to the person, having called the police instead, which did go to their house and did actually help them. And to this day, they're actually not only but they're alive and they are talking to me and we're really good friends, and it's actually really happy.
So
Crazy because I've never been in situation where not only someone talking about that, but like they're just choosing you and just telling you that this is going to be it. They were planning on it. It was going to happen that day. I don't know if they would have or not, or you know what, but it just seemed like it would. And I couldn't have that on conscience. I actually had to call out from work because it was before I was going into work, and the police takes a long time on the phone because you have to do a whole report.
now, quick before the timers, I think this subject can't really be talked about without mentioning pets that have passed. So,
Yep, the timer's going to go off. Oh, God, wait.
do you
Oh, God.
have
Oh, God. Ah!
have you had any pets that have passed?
Yes, I did. I actually did have a dog that I grew up with when I was little, and like slept with me on my. Well, she slept on my pillow. And pretty much because it was at a certain age, when you could remember that age, you're not too young. And I grew older and older. And she had a rare disease. It was really sad. I actually didn't get to say goodbye to her because right before my school ended, when I was in high school, she just wasn't doing good and they had to rush her and they didn't pick me up from school. I lived right near the school too. So I was very, very mad, but my mom was just panicked and they had to put her down and I didn't even get to say goodbye. So I was really upset about that for a while. But I made a dedication video to her with pictures and videos and
Aw.
stuff. And that actually helped me get through a tough time like that and make it into a positive thing because you always have those good memories. You think of sad things and you always have those good memories. And I don't know if we should say it, but I feel like I have to say this one more thing to add to the sad things because of today, not because of the stream. I'm pretty sure you know where I'm going with this guy.
Mm.
And I know this is a little bit intense for different people, but I feel like it needs to be mentioned. Stranger! Of course you would. Hello, Dino. I just want to say, some of you know today that I'm streaming, this is 9/11. Me and Sky, because we're the similar age, obviously were around when it actually happened. It was a tragedy, but I will say with that, I strongly believe that not all tragedies just need to be sad. Like there can be good that happen from them. There could be positives that you can think of. And I feel like us getting through it and showing how strong we were during that time and even after it was the positives that I got from that, and I just feel like I have to say something on that.
Uh, Actually, can we maybe do a quick thing as well? So, I'll start, but where were you when it happened? With me, I was in sixth grade, on the
Mm-hmm.
way to school. My dad was driving me, so I wasn't like in a bus or anything. So we were listening to the radio and stuff. And, all of a sudden we hear, about the, first, something about the first tower being hit. And I run it, I go inside, we arrive at school kind of thinking, maybe like, okay, that's pretty bad, but, okay,
Yep.
it's probably just an accident or, something,
Mm-hmm.
and so, I'm hanging around before the class starts, and then, we see the second tower get hit, and I'm like, oh my God. So I distinctly remember this. I distinctly remember I ran to the other classrooms to let the teachers know. I distinctly remember I went to the other classrooms. I let the other teachers know the second tower was hit. That this is not just an accident. It's something
Yeah.
happening. And then, of
Mm-hmm.
course, our class sat there and we watched until probably about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The events of the day, the towers falling, and all the horrific things from 9/11.
So for me, I was actually in school already, and when it first was happening, like same thing with you, where they weren't really sure like too much details about it. Pretty much the teachers were just like sort of talking, and they were like, "All right, hold on, class," and like the way they were talking, we didn't know what it was. We were just like, "Okay, they're just talking about like grown up, whatever garbage." So we were just doing our own thing. But then it sort of was more serious, and they didn't even know how to really say it, and so they sort of just explained it the best way they could. And then my mom, who found out about it, knew how intense and serious it was, and she actually decided, sort of against my judgment, to actually take me out of school for it, just because she would rather be with me, and it was one of those emotional things that so she would rather just be with me during it. So we sort of learned about it in the news and stuff together,
Hmm.
and she took me out. But then, of course, the next day it was talked about even more than that day, because that day it was just sort of like the same thing. They were watching the news and stuff, and it was sort of just all coming there. And then the sad thing was the next day, one of my friends, his dad actually worked there.
Oh my
I think he was
gosh.
okay, but my friend didn't know right away, so it was really emotional for him, and that was like really tough. So
And
because
and
I
actually,
didn't live there, so it was but his dad worked there.
when what you were saying about like how they were talking about, one thing I remember as well is I have a younger brother who's 3.5 years younger than me. One of the things my parents decided is we weren't actually even going to watch the news with him around, in
Hmm.
because we didn't want him to know. Obviously, it was cool with me because I was middle schooler. obviously,
Yeah.
I knew about it from watching it in school and stuff, but it's like we
Yeah.
didn't want him to find out about it, or we wanted to like have my parents be the ones to kind of explain kind of what happened.
Yep. All right. Wow. Well, we definitely got to the sad part of this all. We started like hippie and then we just got into it. I was like, should I mention? Because on my Discord, one person had mentioned it, and then I know there's one person that was upset, but majority of them were understanding and mentioning it. And I just feel like, in my opinion, I don't think it should be ignored. I understand it's sad and stuff, but ignoring it completely as if it doesn't exist isn't really the right thing, in my opinion. I
Mhm.
think it should just be, mentioned, and like everything we say is obviously in respect to it. So it's not a bad thing. And remembering stuff, like I said, isn't necessarily the worst thing in the world. Doesn't mean
Well,
that just because you remember something, it's
and the other oh, sorry, and the other thing too is it's a part of American history. It's a historical
oh yeah,
event.
exactly. It is. It is. Yeah, that's what I mean. So, and there's no way you can, you know, get around it in this case. It's such a big thing. So, it's just yeah. And at the time I'd also been watching wrestling. So, wrestling was actually the first sports entertainment show to actually, well, I don't even know if they considered it back then. I don't know, there was a mixture the way they considered it, but it was the first show to actually start back up, because pretty much everything, all sports and everything, didn't happen right then. And then eventually they, once they got through some of that stuff, they eventually had sports shows. But wrestling was the first ever TV show to actually happen pretty shortly after the event, and it was tough for them too. But they worked really hard to sort of represent America and support it and that kind of a thing. So they did it in a
Well,
good way.
what was he guilty about, Lyra?
Yeah, I'm just reading. I didn't get to read his comment fully yet. Let me work a year later. Oh, he was, wait, what?
He worked at the World Trade Center,
Yeah, he
but then
didn't show up to work. But if he didn't show up to work, then
he
he
would have
survived.
died.
So but why would you, yeah, why would you be guilty for not showing up for work? You pretty much just, it was like you were lucky, I guess. Oh, about living. I mean, that's one of those things that's like it's tough because you're not in the person's mind, but with the suicide stuff, you don't know how a person's thinking. Like, to him, I guess he probably feels like he sort of cheated death. I don't think that's true, but I'm just saying I could understand that that's probably what he was thinking. Um,
Well,
but
may-
that's tough. That's really hard.
maybe he was worried about getting Final Destination. If you've ever
That
watched those movies,
I have, yeah, pretty much. I mean, we thought there was something crazy. Billy, yeah, no, that's exactly true. We were talking about history. It didn't just affect America because it was such a big, massive thing. I mean, there's stuff that happens out of America that are big, and we know about it in America and it affects everyone. So stuff like this was a big thing that would affect, everyone. So because people come to visit and they see certain landmarks and stuff. So it's yeah, that's exactly why it's something that needs to be talked about a little. Yep. Well, we have to move on. Unfortunately. And we're moving on with a great subject now. Wonderful subject. Everyone loves this subject. In fact, before we say this subject, there's actually a new series that just started this past weekend based on this subject because everyone loves it so much. And by everyone, I mean everyone besides me. And that subject is video games that make you rage. Are you ready?
mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. I'm really interested to see what you'll say too for yourself. But here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Do you want me to start or you start?
For me, I found myself raging a lot at .io games. I've played Agar.io.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other one? The one with the tanks. I can't remember. And then Starve.io. And there are definitely
Gotcha.
things that just make you absolutely rage. Like in Starve.io,
Yeah.
it's the frickin' aggressive players who,
Oh.
they just run around just trying to kill people, and it especially sucks. Like one time, I had just died and respawned, and I had been able to get like one of the kits that had some nice stuff, only to get
Yep.
and within a few seconds of me spawning and getting myself reorientated, I started getting chased during the night with a guy that has one of that has like the earmuffs, basically cold protection. So it's like I'm trying to run, but try to make a fire or something to occasionally warm up. But no, the guy was like chasing me to the point where I ended up like freezing to death because I couldn't stop to sit at a fire or something. It was like, and I
Wow.
had just respawned, and
Yeah.
then
That is pretty intense. Those games are really intense.
they are. So
So
Dennis, games that make you rage. How about them
so
spikes
probably
in
my
Mario
most
Makers?
popular one, let's just get this out of the way, would be Mario Maker. Now I know what you're thinking to yourself, Dennis, Gummy Den, you've done a lot of Mario Maker on this channel. Why would you do something that makes you rage? Listen, first of all, not every single level of Mario Maker makes me rage. Sometimes I get fun, nice levels from people who actually care a little bit about my soul. But 90% of them are either really hard or difficult, or they have spa.
Spikes.
Yeah, that thing. And they're just horrible because I hate those. And I always end up getting hit by the corners, not landing right on them. The edge of the little tip of the corner, that pixel is what always gets me. And it's just frustrating. So yeah, that is pretty intense. Also, any games that are probably ever recommended for Make Gummy Rage. You have to win the game was a recent one. And I raged out because number one, there was multiple points where I raged because it's just like you die and you retry and it's like a constant loop and it's just miserable. And then I also got completely lost and couldn't stand seeing the same thing over and over again. So, yep, that was intense. Yes, you are correct, Stranger Dash. Geometry Dash does make me rage pretty hard. That would be why Geometry Dash isn't played on this channel very much anymore. I only played it a little bit because I'm not good at kind of games and they're very repetitive and I don't really need that in my life. No hashtag spikes. Billy!
Yes. Yes, hashtag spikes. Can we please get a hashtag spikes in both channels, my chat and your chat?
Someone punish Billy. No, don't really punish him. Oh my gosh.
Oh, there they go. Hashtag spikes.
Someone also said in the chat, yeah, here they go. Someone also said in the chat, every game makes me rage. I wouldn't say every game, honestly. Not every game. There only are certain ones, but pretty much the kind of games that are like, I don't know, anything that could be intense and could like get you on edge or whatever will make me rage. I guess even, well, scary games, I guess there's not as much rage as there is just like pure as you know, Sky, who decided to recommend Five Nights at Candy's. That was more just like panic and I don't know. It wasn't quite rage, but it was a form of that.
Any plans to finish that series, by the way?
I don't know because see, with that kind of stuff, when I get like legit stuck, it's difficult. And also, I don't know if I should talk about this live, but I do take into account not popularity because like I want to get a lot of views, but I take it into account for the community sake. So like those weren't as popular. So it's like one of those things. There are a few things that I've actually, stopped and decided what do I do more of, what do I do less of. And because I want to make sure I'm doing stuff that people want. So stuff because I'm gonna be stuck. It's gonna take a long time, even if I'm lucky to get past that. So it's tough to edit. It's a long recording, so I'm not sure with that. But it definitely was an experience, I'll tell you that much. It does make me rage Spooky Blue, and time's gonna go up pretty soon. God.
The anticipation.
Ow! What'd you say?
The anticipation.
Sorry, I couldn't hear with the ringing in my ears. Oh
yes.
Yeah, I couldn't hear with the ringing in my ears. What'd you say, Sonny? Guy!
What?
Something just said you donated $1 and it says hashtag spikes like 1,000,000 times on my screen. You just write this on my notepad. Collabs with Sky. Nope. No, he knows I'm cool enough to not really be upset with that. But well, that happened. That was almost like a jump scare myself. I thought I was in like a nightmare. I saw so many spikes. Nope. Sky. Yep.
And the fun thing is,
Sky is a legend, according to Billy.
Thank you, Billy. I appreciate that.
Wow. All right. Well, you
And-
get legend status. How do you feel about that?
Legendary, actually. But
Yeah,
hold on.
nice.
It's legend. Wait for it. Dairy.
Oh my gosh. Wow. All right. Well, moving on to our finals topic. Things you like about Gummytainment. I love how we go from... See, this is the thing about this series. You don't know what topics you're going to get in what order. So we're going from rage to things you like about Gummytainment. And I have a bad feeling that rage is going to be on that list. A bad feeling. But let's find out. Maybe I'm wrong. Are you ready?
Yep.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right. So things that I like about Gummytainment, I'll start because I just want to say this at the very beginning, is the community. It may seem right now as I'm saying this like I'm like trying to make everyone feel good and lie, but I legit mean this. There is all the people that I've communicated with on the channel in any way, shape, or form. I think all of them are awesome in one way or another. I think they're cool. Of course, I won't know that in real life. I won't know them, out of this community, but in this community directly, everyone that's actually here is cool. I'm not talking about people that like troll and just come in or whatever, but like people who are actually here and like spend some time. They are all awesome, and that really means a lot to me. As the channel is growing and we're having these little growth spurts and stuff, you would think that you'd get some bad apples, but like as far as it's been in the community, they've been really good. It's made it easier for the mods too, obviously, because there's been some people that are obvious to get rid of, but as far as the ones that aren't as obvious, they're just awesome. So it's easy. So I want to say to you guys. So Sky, what do you like about Gummytainment?
Obviously, you. I mean, the personality is what a lot of people like to watch. With streamers, I personally, there's a lot of streamers and YouTubers I watch because of the personality. And I'm sure both you and me can agree there's a certain YouTuber that we both watch. His name begins with an M and ends with ire. And we both like his personality quite a bit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I watch most of my people for the personality. Obviously there are a few I've watched for games. Actually, there's one or two that, believe it or not, I've watched because of Mario Maker, and like I saw a Mario Maker video of theirs, which had their personality in it, but hooked me. So, it's weird because I know some people have done that for me, and I was on the opposite end about a month ago, and I found someone through just a Mario Maker video, and then I was like, I watched so many more of their videos, so it's crazy. But yeah, the personalities are definitely good. Thank you for saying that you actually like my personality. That is nice, because like obviously me saying that would be dumb.
It would be stroking your own ego if you said it.
Yeah, but to someone else saying it is nice. Thank you for saying that. I'm sorry to hear that you got hurt though, Billy.
Yeah, ouch, pulling it.
Welcome, Dargo. Yeah, welcome, Dargo. Yeah, all my communities injured, so I don't know what's happening here. Leave my community alone, mother, or no, I don't even know what, because they're leave it alone. Fate, I don't know. The fates of the universe.
You don't see it right now. I'm shaking.
A lot of
my
people
head
are saying the
bit.
community, actually. Wow. Okay. What else? How about 1080p 60 frames a second? We all love that about Gummytainment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please
How
love
about
that?
how about
Please love that.
How about the
Very
rage?
expensive to do that.
How about the rage?
Yeah.
Isn't that rage good? Don't you
I'm
just
not really
love
feeling
it
the
when
rage.
you see Gummy rage, especially
More-
Spikes when you mention
I'm
that,
more,
or how
I'm
he
more
reacts?
of a fan of Happy Gummy Den. When he has these level, remember the levels that you don't even need to push any. But actually, it doesn't. That you don't have to push buttons. I don't really like those that much. But no, I like Happy Den. Happy Den when he celebrates. Dancing, not a big fan of his dancing skills. I'll be honest about that. I don't even think dancing and skills should be put in the same sentence with Gummy Den, but you know, Happy Gummy Den. Oh, Spooky Book likes that. Now, taco time! You like the rage? Oh!
Well, what about Pokey Gummy Den?
Banned. This means we do not speak of the two P words. Huh? Huh? You know, the drink and you know, pocket monsters. Okay.
And then, of course, Spa.
Yeah, we don't speak of Spa. No Spa.
Spikes.
Ah, yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes, Dargo. That rage.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
mean, and
God.
of course you do have some memes.
Digimon is okay. Spooky Book. Digimon is okay. I did used to watch Digimon for real, and I did like that show. That is okay.
Oh yeah,
That actually is legit.
Again, me and Dez are both kind around the same age, so I'm sure both me and him grew up on Pokemon and Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh. And
Ow, the timer. Yes, we did. Did you ever watch Digimon, by the way?
Oh, of course I did. I've pretty much seen
making
all of
sure.
the. I've been even.
Yeah, I like Digimon more.
Even now, I still they have like a one they've been putting out recently, that where they go back to the original Digidestined, and I've been keeping up with that, and of course I watched The Boy Who Leapt Through
Cool.
Time. You know, I keep up on that because you know obviously, like I said, I grew up with it, so of course I love it.
Yep.
Like, you know, I don't know
Gotcha.
what shows and stuff you would say this generation really grew up with, but
yeah, that would be interesting to know, actually, to find out what, like, because a lot of my viewers are more in the teens or older teens age range. Not all, obviously, we have mixtures. But those who are there in that age range, like, I wonder what they did. I'm trying to think of what was around then, because I would know of it, I'm sure. I just probably didn't watch it a lot. Maybe SpongeBob. That's been around for a long time. That might
yeah,
have been
SpongeBob.
Yeah, actually, no. SpongeBob probably was in there. Right? They probably would have grown up with him. Well, not with him. Not with him. Like in Bikini Bottom down in the water.
Bad, Dennis.
Strange
Bad.
was born
Bad.
into the sea. Fun fact. No, that's not true. Oh man. Well, we've made it through all the topics. I don't know if Sky completely knows what's going to happen now.
I
so
don't
he's
think
gonna
so.
Be surprised. Okay, great. You'll love it.
Does it involve spikes?
No.
Gotta get those Gummytainment memes in there.
Yeah, great. It's like when people want me to dab it with the green screen exposed, which really opens up a whole new.
Oh yeah, I know that's one YouTuber a lot of the younger folks have been growing up with, Mr. Dab on the Haters.
Yeah, I know. The funny thing was, I said that like, what was it, a month or two ago in a stream, not really saying it from him. I don't even really watch him. And then people instantly thought that I did. And I was like, I've just heard that said before. Because it's when you have a big YouTuber like that, sayings can get spread. And it's not necessarily that you watch that person. The saying can be something you've heard of. So it was really weird. Of course, then I found out that's who it was. But yeah, that was a big thing. I mean, that in general, though, isn't just from him. You know, a lot of it just got a lot of fame. But anyways, so now what we're going to do is we are going to be ending the stream. However, if you want to continue the conversation, I will be putting the Topic Talk episode number 3 with the topics in the Topic Talk Discord. So if you're not a part of the Discord, and most people are, but just in case they're not here, you can join it and you can continue the conversation on those topics, both in text and also in voice if Sky has a little more time to join me
Oh,
there.
I
Otherwise,
do.
I'll be for a little while. So either way, typing or voice, you can talk about those topics in those voice and text channels there and continue it further with us. But that's pretty much how this goes. So that's a way to make it a little bit more than the time and a way that for you guys to really get your ideas in. So that's pretty much it. So we're gonna do the outro now.
Who's outro? My outro? No, I'm imagining
No,
yours.
No, I'm doing my outro. Everyone wants to do it, but they can't because you don't know the cues of when it ends. I do because I can see it. So just stay there and look pretty.
Aw, of course I will.
And mute yourself because it will be playing the music and showing what you hopefully you've seen the outro once on my channel, so you know what I'm talking about.
Duh, of
and
course
showing
I
the little
have.
thing. So some people don't stay for the outros, but all the hashtag outro crew that stay till it's over.
Gotta watch
you guys
that video
are
at the
truly
end.
awesome. You guys are truly awesome. I'm actually going to be working on because of my time recently. I haven't had time, but I'm going to be working on some. How do I say this? I'm going to be working on something interesting for the outros, and basically people that watch the outros will be rewarded. And I'm probably going to do some things where there'll be like little codes that you have to decode there. And if you decode them, you win a bunch of gummies. So it's worth it.
That'd be neat.
Money. Yeah, so it's going to be a really cool thing. I may even get some interesting different types of videos there too. So definitely look forward to that. Don't forget about the intro too. Okay, anyways, we're done with this. All right, let's do.
All right, gonna mute myself, and I'm gonna do my outro as well here.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, guys, so if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button.
Okay.
If you enjoy my content,
if you
hit
like
that
this
subscribe
video, make sure
button.
you click that
I need to
thumbs
mute.
up like button. If you're watching this later, make sure.
Oh my God. Okay, so if you hit that like button if you liked it, hit that subscribe button if you enjoy my content. Follow if you're watching me on Mixer. As always, guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Links in description, by the way, for my channel and Gummies. I'll put that in the video once it comes out. As always, guys, my name's Sky Strider, the Avian Gamer. Have a nice day.